Strange Block Beats.
I want to say big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. And to our Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. I got some special guests with me today, family. I got my brothers, Elder Barawak and the brother Elder Yashiyah. And they're going to bring forth a powerful class to the nation and all true believers who want edification and understanding of the scriptures. I'm going to let my brothers introduce themselves, but I want to say this. If anybody have any questions, all I ask, and this not for those who've been rocking with me, if you're going to come into the lesson and listen to the message, please wait till my brothers get done and you can ask your questions at the end. But as they're teaching, please do not interrupt my brothers and their message, because this is the Most High's word they bring it forth, family. So let them bring forth the message, and then at the end, they'll answer your questions. Elder Barrel, Walk, and Yashia, y'all have the floor.
All right. We are currently in a feast day, so I'm going to greet everybody. Shalom to the audience in chat, and shalom to the audience in chat. Feast of Tabernacle, and all praise to Yahweh. And I want to first thank Yahweh and Yahweh She for allowing us to be on this platform, and allow for my brother Yashia to do this teaching and presentation. And I want to thank K. Judah for allowing us to come on.
Anytime.
First and foremost, I want to share this verse for everybody that is listening real quick. 1 second here, because this presentation is very important, and we want people to listen all the way through.
Absolutely.
All right, so just 1 second here, audience, bear with me for a minute.
Shalom to everybody in the chat. Many blessings to you all, family. Many blessings to you all. Yeah, my brother Yashia and Elder Barrel Walk about to handle business today. I'm telling you, I'm excited. Very excited. Okay, here we go.
I'll go to the verse real quick, 1 second. Let me get this mouse to work right.
Get y'all pens and Bibles now. I'm telling you, pens and Bibles.
All right.
Okay.
I have to get this loose. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. I can.
All right. So can you just read verse 13 for me, Brother K. Judah?
Yes, I can. This is Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 13. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him.
All right. So this is why one of my favorite verses to when you're seeing things. And I'm going to, before I introduce my brother Yashia, we are NHIT, Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. We have a small platform as well. We have a ministry, and we're on YouTube as well. I want to show these sources that Yashia is going to bring out in this teaching real quick, and then I'm out the way of these particular books. I don't know if you guys are familiar with manuscripts. 1 second here. All right, can you see the screen, K. Judah?
Yes, sir. I got you. There you go.
Okay, so this is the Septuagint, which is a manuscript as well, that he will be speaking about. These are one of the sources. This is the Dead Sea Scrolls Bible, which is more ancient than the Leningradic Codex and Masoretic text that they use. That is the same thing. It's more ancient than the King James Version Bible, and it's authentic. This is the Dead Sea Scrolls in English, and all these transcripts are in English manifested out of the Hebrew tongue. There's one more. You got the volume 1, the Dead Sea Scrolls Study Edition book, and if anybody needs the authors and all that, just let me know, contact me. I'm missing one more. Volume 2. So there's a volume 1 and volume 2. These are sources of Hebrew that we use. And I want to make a disclaimer out real quick for Yashia starts is we're not saying that the English Bible, when we say English translation or contradiction errors, we're not talking about in the original tongue. We're not talking about in the original tongue. We're talking about the errors that the translators made in English that formed the contradiction or translation error. When you look back and you use these manuscripts to study them, we're going to show information that probably some of you knew, probably a lot of you don't know, that they were either deliberately translated this way or ignorantly translated this way. So with that being said, I'm asking everybody to take a look. Again, we know that the original manuscripts, which we just showed you some sources, and Yashia is going to bring out other sources, that in these original tongues and original language, they are the correct word of Yahweh, commonly called God. So please sit back and listen. and I allow y'all to introduce the leader and teacher of my community, Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology, Yashia.
Hey everybody, Shabbat Shalom. And so
Shabbat Shalom, my brother.
we have a few things I want to share with y'all first, so everyone can understand what it is we're saying when we talk about the translations and certain errors and things like that. Because I wholeheartedly believe the scriptures to be truth. I know them to be truth. It's not what I believe, but as mature believers, we have to take account of what we're being provided to read and assure our belief. And so we know that the scriptures was revealed in Hebrew. I know that some people have been taught a falsehood that the New Testament was originally written in Greek. We've been trying to procure anybody that wanted to go live and show us out of the scriptures, any allegations or attestations to that. That's just a falsehood. It's just not true. I want K Judah to I want you to read the scripture, please, in Second
Absolutely.
Timothy chapter 3.
I got you.
Because I think people is getting this misconstrued with some of these with what's being said. We gotta tell the truth. The truth mean everything to the Messiah. Everything. He ain't said nothing about no translation meant everything. I ain't read nothing recorded with that said. I done read a lot.
Elder Bear Walk, you gonna put it on the screen?
I'm sorry, I got caught up. One
Okay,
second.
okay.
What are you looking for,
Okay.
Yashia?
2 Timothy chapter 3.
Got you. All right.
Verse 15 down.
I will be reading for the elder family. Let's get it.
2 Timothy. So 2 Timothy 2.
Chapter 3. 2 Timothy chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
Verse 15 down.
15 down. Got you. All right.
Let me know when you're ready, elder. I got you.
Yeah, you ready? Can you see it on the screen?
Verse 16.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yah and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instructions in righteousness.
Let me ask a question real quick, just for the people in the audience that's listening. I want y'all to meditate on this. Is it any manuscripts that we currently have read that says all translators are given by inspiration of Yah?
No, sir.
Not one. He said all scripture. So if we know that the scriptures have been revealed to us in Hebrew, what is everybody arguing about? Why are we arguing about English translations? Because now we're going to reveal some of the horrors. This is a multi-part teaching. I'm just going to come on and give y'all an introductory today so y'all to know this is real. And what I'm saying is the scriptures are infallible, but it's the Hebrew scriptures that are infallible, not the translators. And so we need to go to the book of Sirach. Sirach is a Dead Sea Scroll found in the Dead Sea Scrolls as well. So to the introductory to the Sirach, Barawak, I want y'all to see something. Because I think people are just really getting this misconstrued what's going on. Some of the house folks is fighting for the doctrine. We need the introductory, Ecclesiasticus. I think that's it. Uh-oh, we acting up. It's gonna be something right here. This one is.
Bear with me. I'm trying to get it up.
All right, it's no problem. I just need everybody to see this though. What
Mhm.
K. Judah gonna read first? Now we see immediately. We see it don't say all translators, and so now we're gonna recover some reading because people say that English is somehow some revealed high tongue. We're gonna find out if we can get there. It's playing a lot of games with us today.
Which one you looking for, Elder Barawak?
It's not showing. It usually shows the introduction from Sirach.
Oh, okay, I
I don't
got
know
you.
if you got Sirach on yours, but I don't know why it's not showing
Let me see.
the introduction. Let me try one more time. If not, Yashia, you might have to get him to pull it up.
That's fine. I think the audience needs to hear this. I don't want to rob them of this. We need to read it together, and so
Let me see.
it's a difference in the translation error, interpretation, and some more things that y'all gonna be shown. So again, this is a multi-part teaching. It's just we're gonna introduce a few things today.
Let me see.
Well, that's Ecclesiasticus.
I'm finna see if this is it right here. It says
Yes,
Sirach
that's it.
introduction. The
Yep.
wisdom of Yahshua, Jesus.
Yep.
Okay.
I got it now. It's
Okay,
up on
okay,
the
you
board.
got it? Okay.
Yeah, my bad. I don't know why my computer was acting up, but I got it. You see it on the screen?
I got
Yeah.
you.
All right, yep.
Let me know when you're ready, Elder Yashia.
All right, I want you to start in the middle. Let me see. All right, so it says, might profit much more, be able to interpret. All right. It's right where it says, wherein, can you start reading where it says, wherein we may seem to come short of some words?
Okay, let me see. Let me see.
It's in the middle. Go up a little bit to your right. Come down.
Where it say we have labor to interpret.
Yes.
Okay, I got you right there. Okay, right here. It says, wherefore let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention, and to pardon us, wherein we may seem to come short of some words, which we have labored to interpret.
Come on.
For the same things uttered in Hebrew.
The holy tongue. Come on.
And translated into another tongue.
Greek, English, Latin. Come on.
Have not the same force in them.
It's not possible. Come on.
And not only these things, but the law itself.
Our teaches itself. Come on.
And the prophets. And the rest of the books.
The rest of the books. Wait a minute. What's that? Come on.
Have no small differences when they are spoken in their own language.
That's all we've been saying from the start. We've been saying this from the start. How y'all gonna put English? How y'all gonna put Greek, Latin, any of these bastard languages on the same level with the language that the word was revealed in, and then try to stand on it? Now we finna show y'all why y'all shouldn't. Turn to Hebrews 1:6. We can get started with the teaching now. It can be short. We ain't gonna run y'all over. But the next one, whenever Judah get time with the next one, oh yeah, we're gonna find out what's going on. Look at Hebrews 1:6.
This is Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 6. And again, when he bringing in the first begotten into the world, he said, and let all the angels of Yah worship him.
So now, a lot of people believe that this primary quote comes from Psalms 97, verse 7. But then you got some people like, I'm greedy. I love the word. So I want to, I just keep looking and searching. And so Barry Walker had put some sources out and things like that when we started this viewing. And you notice that they were mostly primary Dead Sea Scrolls with the Septuagint. And so we need to make an established point right now. The manuscript used to primarily translate the King James version of the Old Testament is called the Leningrad Codex, i.e., or in example, it's the Masoretic text. It's from around 1000 AD. We're going to utilize manuscripts which are Hebrew in origin, and the low end is over 1,000 years or a millennia older than the Leningrad Codex. So now, everybody is having a hard time grasping what I'm saying because they may be fighting for a religion or something like that. You got McDonald's. They've been around since, I think, the 40s or something like that, 1948 or some old, maybe even the 50s. I'm not sure. Then you got Bob's Burger Shack just opened up in 2010. No offense to Bob's Burger Shack. I just made that up. So Bob's Burger Shack is now going to attempt to replicate a Big Mac, the original Big Macs from when I was a kid. I'm 54. And so they now telling McDonald's how the Big Mac should be made, the best ingredients for the Big Mac. And it's supposed to be the same thing, same sandwich. So the question is, McDonald's got the original recipe. They got the original buns, sesame seed, but they got all that. So how does Bob now come along later and he's going to tell McDonald's that's much older and built up the fan base how it should be done? Watch this. So we said, we went to Hebrews 1:6, and it talks about the angels of the God. Who is him worshiping him? Right? So look at Psalms 97:7. We're going to tell y'all where this quote comes from. If y'all saw what the sources that was quoted, the Barry Walkman posted, if I was everybody in this chat, I would purchase that Dead Sea Scroll Bible while we going over this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Look at verse 7.
This is Psalms 97 and verse 7. Confounded by all they that serve graven images, that boast themselves of idols, worship him, all ye gods.
So people believe that that's where this source came from because that's what they had before them, right? But a further study, I think I probably started about 22 years ago with this study. I was shocked and appalled at the same time when I ran across something in the Torah. Because I remember in John 5, if Judah didn't want to go there, the Messiah kept talking about Moses wrote about him. Mm-hmm. Moses wrote about him. And we know, it ain't no J and things like that, but we ain't here to attack nobody's language right now. We just going to deal with Hebrew sources. It's around verse 45. I found this is real prominent right here for us because a lot of people act like none of this stuff happened. All right, verse 45 down. You have fun with this.
This is John chapter 5 and verse 45. Do not think that I would accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuseth you, even Moses, in whom ye trust.
He said they trust Moses now. The Israelites trust Moses. But watch this.
For had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, For he wrote of me.
Woo! His words in red, right?
Absolutely.
Watch this.
But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words?
I want to know what he's talking about. Moses wrote about him. We need to find out, because I'm a Messiah guy. Look. What is he talking about? People don't ask their questions. I got pastors coming on telling us, they separating the Bible into two books. They don't go together. This is the Messiah is telling you that Moses talking about me. When I read the Dead Sea Scrolls, when I started studying them, I started noticing some stark contrast in what the King James Bible said and other Bibles versus what these older manuscripts say from the people that wrote the Bible. And so I went to Deuteronomy 32, verse 43. Wait till y'all, I'm going to have K. Judah read this in English, and then I'm going to read it and bear witness to this. I don't know if we got this. We can't pull this up on this laptop, but he's going to witness what I'm going to read after K. Judah reads Deuteronomy 32, 43.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 43. And it reads, Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants and will render vengeance to his adversaries and will be merciful unto his land and to his people.
Watch this now. So everybody says that the word of God is infallible. We know that the word of God is infallible. We got the Dead Sea Scrolls to prove it. But what if the King James manuscript was translated differently than what the original text says? Now, and I want to make a statement right now to take out the majority of the false arguments that's going to come preceding what we're about to say. That variant argument, variant this, variant that, how can you have a variant in what we're about to read from is at least 1,100 years older than when these people out of Europe began to put their paws on everything, talking about a translation. Who cares what they translation say if it does not line up in the language that it's being translated to from the original Hebrew? Who cares? Why should y'all care? So now, I'm going to read Deuteronomy 32, verse 43. And let me make this statement real quick before we go any further. And we just basically just laying a foundation for this. It's going to be quick. This ain't going to be long. We got a few things to show y'all. Now, the Septuagint, they got a dating range from 282 to 270 BC. They got scrolls in the Dead Sea Scrolls that's much older than that. We're going to show y'all some that they carbon dated to the 1st century BC to make this point. We're going to use 4Q4, right? 4Q444. That's 100 BC. I'm going to give y'all some witnesses too. I'm going to read this Deuteronomy 32:43 first, out of the Dead Sea Scrolls. And remember the quote out of out of Hebrews 1:6. It says, Rejoice, O heavens, together with him. Remember, Moses is accredited for the Torah. Remember, John 5:45, the Messiah said Moses wrote about him. Right? And bow down to him, all you, it's got it translated lowercase gods. We know that when you do a research of that word, it can refer to angels. That's just how they have it translated in English. I'm just saying. For he will avenge the blood of his sons and will render vengeance to his enemies and will recompense those who hate him. Remember that. And will atone for the land of his people. Now, what K. Judah just read, which is from the Leningrad Codex, the Masoretic text, I noticed that it took out the references of him, bound down to him. And this is where they quoting Hebrews 1:6 from, and it's referencing the Messiah. Now, y'all got to realize something. The Dead Sea Scrolls come from the children of Israel, all right? Y'all know where they come from. We know because all y'all on here. Y'all know who the children of Israel is. And so it's a group of people that are over in the land of modern Israel today that reject the Messiah. They are responsible for this Leningrad Codex / Masoretic text that was used to translate the King James Old Testament. They 95 to 98% of them, the people that's over in the modern day land of Israel, they denounced the Messiah. They do not believe the New Testament under no circumstances. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. The children of Israel, they making reference to the Messiah. The book of Hebrews, which all y'all say, a lot of our people say they don't believe, is quoting, obviously that quote is coming from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 43, before the King James translators because I want to make this clear. You can't even blame that on the King James translators. You have to blame it on the manuscript that they got from people that are foreigners, right? That removed the mention of the Messiah. Because they got it from a Hebrew manuscript, but a Hebrew manuscript from people not the children of Israel. Now do y'all understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So the people that don't believe in the Messiah provided us with a manuscript which removes a reference. And this is just one. Remember, I told y'all, I just want to get y'all attention. I got some stuff that is, and I told K Judah, but now the Spirit telling me just teach it. We're not gonna hide nothing. I don't hide nothing. You got to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's things that's gonna make some people get on their knees and cry. But we ain't gonna put that out there. I just want to show y'all that something happened. Now, through this teaching, you're seeing the veracity of the scriptures, but now you have to know you got to go back to the source to get the best translation and the most truthful and accurate translation. It comes from our ancestors, not from other people. Whether they saying they part of Israel or they don't did a facade, that's for other people to argue about. We know who we are. So we didn't remove the Messiah, the mention of the Messiah in Deuteronomy 32:43. And this is a sad note. Y'all know that verses and chapters is new innovations as well compared to what we look at as antiquity. I give y'all some
yes. I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to put something in the audience head to meditate on. I know all of us got brothers and sisters that's Torah only, right? That's Torah only. So if you're listening to this very carefully and you have these books, or you can go out and purchase these books, you have to take this back to your brothers and sisters because I have a lot of brothers that's Torah only, and they can't answer this. This is clearly showing you that the Messiah was mentioned in Deuteronomy 32. And they all say the Messiah don't exist. And this was some of the foreign translators that did this wicked thing to hide that because they don't subscribe to the Messiah. So this is big right here. A lot of people may not know that's Torah only. And this is just the icing of the cake. Once we cut it open and taste it, it's a whole lot more that they hidden from us, trying to keep the Messiah away and make that a whole other book. And a lot of our brothers and sisters that's Torah only is subscribing to Torah only, not knowing that this stuff is in here. So I just want everybody, the crowd, to meditate on that and think about it, because we're showing ancient manuscripts. We're not just telling you anything. It's stuff that you can go back and fact check. So I just wanted to put that out there.
I'm gonna give y'all another manuscript that says the same thing from the Dead Sea Scrolls in a second, dealing with this too. But I need y'all to pay attention to this, because I just made another statement, and me and K. Judah was talking about this earlier. I want to bring this date up too. 1238 AD. This is over 1200 and probably around 35 years after the Messiah. Chapters were inspired by a man named Cardinal Hugo Discaro. And y'all know cardinal is not a word utilized in scripture. So y'all meditate on that. That comes from a foreigner too. And now, and Sagala can put this in the chat for the people in the chat so they can read. 1238 AD. Chapters inspired by Cardinal Hugo Discaro. Here's something else for everybody to meditate on. Stephen Langdon was given credit for it though, but and so 1555 AD, verses came into being by a man named Robert Estienne. 1555 AD, they came up with verses. So Bear White just said something real clear, clarifying what I was saying. I wanted y'all to think and utilize objective thinking. And wait a minute, they don't believe in the Messiah. They are responsible for what's called the Leningrad Codex or the Masoretic text, right? They gave that to the world, and by their teaching of removing this, they removed, everybody listen, one of the instances in the Torah, in the Hebrew writings, that mentions the Messiah. They did this through their belief system. They again reaped egregious harm over our people. And so now, for us to come out and fight against this with no manuscripts besides what the foreigners gave us and what they translated the Bible, the Old Testament Bible from, is tantamount to the house folks versus the field people. We gotta be honest, but I'm not asking nobody to just jump up and start screaming hallelujah, thank you, Yashaya, Bear, White, K. Judah. All I'm asking you to do is take these notes down and go look for yourself. He put the Bible up. I'm gonna ask K. Judah and them if they can show the Bibles again. These are the oldest fragments and manuscript pieces that we have. They are consistently saying that the Messiah was mentioned, but yet these people that's over there that don't look like us, they look like Germans, they put out a manuscript because of how they believe, and it causes all of our people to say they don't believe in this and they don't believe in that, and this person didn't exist, when it's clear that that's an error. And here's another thing. Watch this, K. Judah. Here go one more thing for y'all to chew on.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe the New Testament was written in Greek, that must mean it's a Greek manuscript that's agreeing with what we just got out of the Dead Sea Scrolls, because that's clearly that quote. It didn't come from the Masoretic text. That came from the Dead Sea Scrolls. That Hebrews 1:6, where it's talking about the Messiah, and the Messiah said Moses was talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not coming against the scripture. I'm just showing y'all how to study, and y'all can get down to the truth. You gotta. That's why he's saying 2 Timothy 2:15. Can you turn that for us real quick, little bro? We gotta get real with this stuff. Stop letting people tell us stuff. Stop taking on their beliefs. This wasn't gonna be no walk in the park. We did a lot of wrong stuff. We can't keep pointing fingers at our ancestors. We gotta start taking account. We gotta come out of these foreign teachers. Look at verse 15.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto Yah, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
So now you see to get down to the truth, you got to study. You got to study. Could you imagine sitting down, arguing, talking about, the translation of the King James Bible is infallible? I caution anybody against doing that. Now, I'm going to present it to you where you understand, yeah, the word is true, but it ain't saying nothing about no translation. And I caution you to just hold on, because there's stuff that you're going to see during the course of this teaching. I just want to get everybody conditioned for it. I'm only going to give y'all a few things today. This is going to shake up some stuff for anybody that hasn't researched and looked at this from this aspect and this angle. All right. So we know that a historian by the name of Justin Martyr, he's from 150 AD. That's another source, right? And we know that the Odes, chapter 2, 43, they all have that the angels were commanded to worship him, right? These are ancient sources. She's going to put that in the chat. That's going to be in the chat for everybody to see it. These are ancient sources, all saying the same thing. Notice, y'all need to notice this. Every source I'm giving y'all, they exceed the manuscript used to translate the King James version of scripture by at least 800 years. Now, y'all got to remember something. By the time we had got what they gave us, the slave trade was in full effect. Y'all ain't no dumb people. Y'all ain't no dumb people. Even if people want to attack me right now for saying this, y'all better pay attention. Watch this. So now, 30 AD, write this date down if y'all got a pen and paper. 30 AD.
Mm-hmm.
Up until this time, the missing phrase that they took out of Deuteronomy 32, verse 43, right? The missing phrase. It was in the Hebrew Bible that was in possession of the high priest in Jerusalem and the Septuagint, used in thousands of synagogues all over the world. But guess what? 30 AD is before 70 AD. We were still around in our land, and we was everywhere. It was a known fact who the children of Israel was then. Meditate. This before when they started hunting us down and they started burning books. People say they didn't burn no books. Come on now. They've been burning books all in history everywhere. Council of Ephesians, the emperor over in China, they've been burning books everywhere, y'all. Let's stop it now. If you don't believe that we Israelites or whatever, fine. But that's not pervert history just to win an argument or make an argument strengthen. They was burning books. We was being hunted. And a lot of people on this planet said we was the Israelites. It's funny, certain things that connect us to the truth was removed from the very scriptures that, in a sense, they used to spiritually enslave us. Meditate on that. How you like that, K. Judah? All right, so watch this.
I love it, brother.
Now, I want to tell y'all something else. As I was looking at this, I'm just amazed about verse 43. So it appears that the removal or this passage that we talking about out of Deuteronomy that's being quoted in Hebrews 1:6, right? It occurred during the lifetime of the historian Justin Martyr. I just mentioned him, right? He was from around 100 AD to 165 AD. So it's a known fact. What I'm telling y'all is accurate. And it's just one verse. This is just a little bit, right? This ain't nothing just outright wicked, but it is. But it's some stuff y'all gonna see that's 10 times worse than this. 10 times worse.
We got just another side note too. If anybody needs it, I can get it later. I forgot to tell you guys about that. It just came to my mind. We have a letter that he wrote to the scribes about it, saying why did they take it out. He challenged them about it. So I will get that and try to get it to K. Judah and anybody else that needs to see it.
Absolutely.
So this is big right here. So
Can we yeah, because I was gonna can you screenshot that to and we get it on the screen so they can read it, or how you want to do that?
I gotta find it, y'all. See, I just
Well, it's available, y'all. K Judah will have it. Don't
I'll
worry.
make sure I get it. If anybody wants to see it, I'll make sure I get it out.
Now,
make sure
let me reiterate something for everybody that's listening. We are not in opposition to our word. We are actually fighting for our word. Tooth and nail. But we fighting for the true rendering of our word. We're not fighting for no translation where things was removed from. So now, and I've done this. I went back and people tell me, these pastors and stuff say I'm making stuff up, but they never want to go live about none of this stuff to discuss it like men. They say, "Oh, you making up stuff? You got your own doctrine." So NHIT is just where we fellowship at. I'm one of the children of Israel. So is K Judah. So is Barry Watt. So my loyalty is to Yah through Yah's salvation to all of us. And so we saying, look, the word is true. You just got to study it to find the truth. You got to be sure what it is you're studying. Thank goodness that he used me and others, right? He used us. I'm a servant, first and foremost, and a student. He used us to ensure that our people knew how to rightfully divide the word of truth when it comes to these things. Mm-hmm. So now y'all can do what y'all want to do with it. Y'all can line up and start trying to go. Just leave the scriptures alone. Trust me, it ain't. And I'm not sitting here trying to say this or that. It's not worth it. It ain't going to turn out good for you. Listen to the lesson. Take your notes. Go back and look, research it, right? And so you'll get more out of this by doing that than coming on to combat. This is something that we ought to take seriously. Now we're going to give y'all another witness. And I'm sure that y'all are all familiar with this. I'm going to reiterate this again. The Masoretic text, which is called the Leningrad Codex, it comes from 950 to 1000 AD. The people that's over in Israel, that's over there doing all that stuff now, Netanyahu and his people, those people that's over in the modern state of Israel, the Leningrad Codex is their work. The Dead Sea Scrolls, those come from the stock of real Israelites. You know why? It's ancient.
Yes, yeah. Again, I don't mean to interrupt you. Let me make clarity and correction. I got ahead of another translation with the letter, so I want to correct myself and to the audience. It's something that he didn't bring up yet, which is the discrepancy of another translation error. That's the letter. I'm sorry. I meant to say the letter in here. I got ahead of what he was saying. So the letter that I do have, which I just found, is for the other translation issue. Yashia, you ain't brought that up yet, so I don't want to just say exactly what it is. But I do got the letter, and I can share that. That's what it's about. So I just wanted to correct that because I was trying to remember in my head. But then
you ain't talking about this letter from Leopold, is you? Which one?
No, I'm talking about the 70 elders.
Oh, okay, yeah, we got that too. Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot of stuff. You still just make sure you send K Judah a lot.
Yeah, I'll send him that. I'll send K Judah the letter, and whoever else wants to see it. But that's once you get to that, then we can elaborate on the letter. All right.
All right. So now we finna go to another passage, and it's a lot. This would take an entire day and some. It's so much. It's so much. Thank goodness I've been through the Old Testament and the New Testament. So we got some, some stuff that people gotta probably give another vantage point. I'm not gonna tell nobody what to believe, but if it is not coming from a Hebrew mindset, what you're reading, especially in the New Testament, you probably ain't looking at it right. And they use the translation to do whatever harm they did to how you viewing it. Don't let them win. That's all I can tell you. All right, so we out of that now. We're about to touch another sticky situation. Look at Acts chapter 7 real quick. Acts is, of course, New Testament. We've been lied to for at least 500 plus years, told that it was written in Greek originally. We're going to find out. Verse 14, brother.
Yes, sir. This is Acts chapter 7 and verse 14. Then sent Joseph and called his father Jacob to him and all his kindred, 70 souls.
What's that number, K. Judah, if you know?
75.
He sharp. Look, 75, right? But this is the New Testament. So the majority of our people don't give that the same look as they would anything out of the Old Testament, particularly where I'm about to read from. Well, K. Judah's about to read from when he goes to Exodus chapter 1. Because something ain't right if it's two things talking about the same thing and some saying something different and da-da-da-da-da. We're going to go to Exodus chapter 1. I want y'all to see this. And this is why K. Judah, K. Judah on this, these timelines are very important. Watch this.
Yes.
Verse 5.
This is Exodus chapter 1 and verse 5. And now the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob was 70 souls. 70 souls. For Joseph was in Egypt already.
So now, what do we have here? We got two different numbers about the same event. Now, some people will start, and what I don't want people to start doing, don't start making up lies and conjecture to try to make this be right. We got to now study to find out what happened. Why are they giving two different numbers? Is it two different mindsets or formulas that they using to add this up? You know, Joseph was already there, so that was made clear. But it's saying 70 right here. And you now, everybody that's of Israel stock is immediately going to say that Exodus 1 is right and Acts is wrong. Interesting. Because, again, we got a passage out of these ancient manuscripts called the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? I'm going to give y'all two scrolls. I'm finna quote them. 4Q1, the first scroll they found in Cave 4, and 4Q13, right? They agree with the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 14, because apparently Exodus originally said 75. Now, y'all tell me what's really going on.
Wow.
Y'all tell me what's really going on. I gave y'all the manuscript information before you get on here arguing. Before you get on here arguing and trying to defend something, research what you're being provided. Don't Google it. That stuff don't work. You got people on here that's been studying the word. We study the word for the truth, not for no talking about what I believe. And nobody should care what me and K. Judah believe. Y'all supposed to care what's authentic by the word.
That's right, Elder.
You got to come out of these teachings. Teachings is dangerous. Somebody teaching will cause you to fight for a lie. Now we see it's something going on right here. Let's all sit down and reason together. We don't want no confusion in the midst. Let's make sense out of this. So here's what we're gonna go to first. When we entered into Egypt, and everybody get this, we got timeline teachings for all of this. Anybody want to question this? Where you get that from? You know, K. Judah getting sharp on it. He gonna be on his channel. He learning them timelines like he good with it. Like 4 something this morning, me and him back and forth, just like me and Barry White. We fellowship and iron sharpens iron.
That's right.
So you get these timelines, and then you can make sense out of it. Y'all all say y'all believe the scriptures. Utilize the timelines. They're not teaching these things in these churches. In a lot of our own communities, or where Israelites is congregating at, they're not teaching these things. What they do is they smooth out all of this foolishness, all of these made up teachings, because you can find out if a person really existed around this time and what events occurred around this time versus what they're saying. These modern seminary school, these land church fathers, it's just you know, these commentaries which lie. So this event, when we entered into Egypt, it occurred 2,238 years after creation, according to this manuscript that we're reading from now, the King James manuscript. According to the King James manuscript. Now, we know that later on, because I gotta say this now while everybody's listening, because I want y'all to, so everybody, we all be on the same page. We understand that a generation was stricken from Genesis chapter 11 because of something that happened right after the flood. We have that in other Dead Sea Scroll manuscripts, particularly the Book of the Division of Days, which everybody calls Jubilees. You don't have to believe it. If it's witnessed in the Bible several times, and they found it in Hebrew in the Dead Sea Scrolls. So that's going to be up to you whether you believe it or not. Now, to translate that into how the Gentiles view time, it's around 1711 BC, right? And like I said, you can do the tapes, or you can contact K. Judah or Bear Watt, and we can set something up, and I can run y'all through a timeline quick, or you can take your time and we can go through it so you can see
Absolutely.
it right out of the Bible. It's not hard.
Mhm.
If you coming up for the right things. So this occurred around that time. That's the how you can trace it. If you want to say, well, how do we know the year of creation? The year of creation is when Adam was. That's the year of creation. So we can't put a date on something that we know is year one. But we can do is now the next year is 2 years after creation. The next year is this and that. Then you learn how to translate it back or transfer it back to a BC timeline by some more things that occurred later on. So we now understand that when you look at Genesis, give me 1 second.
46.
Also,
46.
yeah, it's Genesis 46:27. I want y'all to see this because we put our trust. Israelites put their trust in the Torah in terms of how they interpret the rest of the scriptures. Now, some of us is there, some ain't, some is just getting in. I advise y'all to sit under somebody that can, when they teach you, that the scriptures is all saying the same thing, and because that's what the word says. Stop getting caught up in these translations. What Paul said, that ain't what Paul said. Paul agreeing with what the Messiah said and what Moses said. The Messiah told us Moses wrote about him. Everybody on the same page, but these translations trick people. The only people fighting against the unity of the scriptures is people fighting for this new Greco-Roman English religion, where they used to announce all of the lynchings and things like that every Sunday in. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We gotta call a spade a spade.
Mhm.
So we ain't attacking nobody. We just calling out truth. And so all of this is being consistent now. You got the people over in Europe that they look like, forgive me, the people over in the state of Israel, the modern state of Israel, they look like Germans. They over there now. They'd have done some things to the translation to deceive us. Everything is causing us pain and hurt. And we still won't get it together as a people. Right? Now we got some more stuff going on where when they get us over here out of the plantation, the big plantation, which was Africa, to get us over to America where they really can dog us at, right? Now, look what they do when we get over here. They start announcing all of these lynchings and all these atrocities they did to us, and they have a version of the Hebrew scriptures which they translated, and they got things that keep us under the curses of the law through their religion. Y'all meditate on that. And so he's going to go to, we see Exodus 1:5 in the King James manuscript is not accurate. But now, Bear Watt said, and I agree, we're going to go to Genesis 46, verse 27.
You know, the sad thing about it is they changed all of them to try to make them right.
Well, let's see. Let's just see. Let's let the audience be the determiner of that. I know that you know it. This is sad. It's a lot of stuff that this is nothing right here. I just want to make sure people don't get angry, because people will get angry when you start showing them the truth and they'll start coming against you, and all I want to do is help. You read verse 27, little bro.
Yes, sir.
This is a good man right here. This is a good man right here. I'm telling y'all. Come on.
This is Genesis 46 and verse 27. And the sons of Joseph, which were born in Egypt, was 2 souls. All the souls of the house of Jacob, which came into Egypt, was 70 souls.
And that number is
70.
Magnificent. We got another spot, though. We're going to go to Deuteronomy 10, verse 22. We just got to make sure, because people might be thinking, oh, they just did it in that one spot. We'll see. We'll see. Look at verse 22. Where do y'all see this?
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 22. And it reads, thy fathers went down into Egypt with 70 persons, and now thy Elohim, thy power, have made thee as the stars of heaven. Let me move this, hold up. For multitude.
Now, everybody needs to understand what y'all just saw. We have an English version, right? An English translation of a Hebrew manuscript, right? But they translated the English from the Hebrew manuscript, which is in error. The Hebrew manuscript that they utilize does not come from our ancestors. It comes from the foreigners that are in control of the modern state of Israel now, that don't believe in the Messiah. So now they did what Jeremiah 20, matter of fact, go to Jeremiah 29. Y'all need to see this. This is nuts. Before y'all start screaming and hollering at me, oh, you can't do that. Y'all know it. No, we showing y'all. I'm telling y'all, write this down. Bear Walking up gonna post that Bible. It's a lot of them. I got a lot of. Y'all gotta see this. This is crazy.
And Elder Yashaya is not making anything up about the timelines. I was up from 12 last night to 6 this morning till my baby had to go to school. And I'm telling you, family, we behind the 8 ball as far as a lot of our people not getting the truth. This man broke down the creation story with dates, when this person died, when that person died, and it was beautiful. So I'm telling you, he understands timelines, and it's according to the scriptures. That's all I can say, fam. Go ahead, Yashia.
You need me to go somewhere out?
Jeremiah 29, because I want the people to see what's happening. Now it's gonna be time for us to make sure we align ourselves with the right understanding and through the right teachings. And so I just want to get a lot of these young men that's powerful like K. Judah that love y'all. We gotta get y'all equipped, man, because it's some stuff, and we start fighting for I'm from this camp or this group. No, right. I thought he said we was all the children of Israel. We can't even fellowship. Some people don't want you fellowship, and if you ain't part of their group, that's insane. That's unheard of right there, but that's a whole nother issue. We'll do the healing process when people start finding out through research that they're being told the truth. Look at Jeremiah 29, verse 39. Where do y'all see this? We're going to start naming names, too. Who's responsible for this? Somebody responsible. They got this translation, and people now, everybody looking at me cross-eyed, all the pastors. They're not going to go loud, but they're going to talk, say stuff, or they'll text you to death. They'll get in the chat and text and act like they got it figured out, and this is what we've been doing. This is what I believe. Here we go. Verse 39, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 29 and verse 30. And it reads, then came the word of our Elohim unto Jeremiah, saying, send to all them of the captivity, saying, thus said the Elohim concerning Shemaiah, the Nethalemite, because that Shemaiah have prophesied unto you, and I sent him not.
He ain't sent him. He ain't sent him, K. Judah. I don't know where they coming from. He ain't sent them people over Israel to us. He didn't send the King James translators to us. That was set up by the adversary to indoctrinate us in their religion. That ain't them not our teachings. Come on.
And he caused you to trust in a lie.
We've been trusting in lies. You can pray over anything in this Sunday and Christ. That ain't from us. Where is from? That ain't even in scripture. None of that stuff. But they fighting for it. Look at this. What's verse 32? Now the translation takes part of this. The translation causing us to trust in lies. Watch this.
Therefore, thus said the Elohim, behold, I will punish Shemaiah, the Nethalemite, and his seed. He should not have a man to dwell among this people, neither shall he behold the good that I would do for my people, said the Elohim, because he have thought to rebel against the Elohim.
Y'all see this? They teaching rebellion against the Creator with these translations. Now, everybody just listen to what I'm about to say. We getting ready to wrap this up. We almost done. The Septuagint is a Greek translation of our Old Testament, right? Which comes from what? The original Hebrew, correct?
Yes, sir.
If a question arises, right, about a matter that affects us, and I'm talking about the children of Israel. We know we got people that look like us that say they Gentiles. I'm dealing with us now, everybody that's woke. I would like for this to be all of us, but we know because these pastors that's been around 50, 60 years teaching the same lies, they're not going to cooperate. They're going to fight for their religion, which is fine. That's easy to expose that it ain't true. But we're not coming on here to argue. We're coming on here to edify our people so they'll get these things a look. And we had people talking about the Bible tamper. There's no Bible tamper with. The translators did what they wanted to do to keep y'all enslaved. I'm out of slavery now, spiritually and physically. And I want everybody else to be the same way. Now watch this. Something I got to show y'all real quick. I'm going to hit my thing. So the Septuagint, if a matter of doctrine, something that we believe and we need to ascertain truth, if it's a matter between the Septuagint and the Hebrew scrolls, the ancient Hebrew scrolls, not the ones that the people over in Israel, over there, the Germans, that people look like Germans and stuff over in Israel now that's in control. Not they manuscripts. I'm talking about the ancient manuscripts, the Dead Sea Scrolls and things like that. Which one do you rely on? Do you rely on the Greek translation or the Hebrew?
The Hebrew.
If it boils down to it, now it's a lot of instances, right, where the Septuagint is bearing witness to what the Dead Sea Scrolls say, but I want to show y'all something. It's not every instance. It's one thing that they got in here, and I'm just going to highlight this one thing today before we get out. So in the Septuagint, the verses we just read in Genesis 46:27 and in Exodus 1:5 states 75 persons and agrees with the Dead Sea Scrolls first and foremost, and it agrees with Acts 7:14. Now, if you still believe that the New Testament was written originally in Greek after what I just showed y'all today, just 2 verses, 2 different witnesses, something is wrong with y'all. And I'm gonna be honest. It defies comprehension that anybody would believe that. With what we just a little bit we went over today. And I got cases of this stuff. It's so much. So it's gonna have to be a long series as K. Judah calls us on to do it.
Yes.
So we got that, but here's the thing now. In the Septuagint version of of Deuteronomy 10:22, it states 70 persons. So now we see a crack, maybe a possible translation or mishap in the Septuagint, right? That verse is not perfectly lined up with the other verses. So here goes some more sources now. We're going to give y'all some more sources to verify what we're saying. Philo of Alexandria, Virginia. Y'all heard of him before, right? He was born around 10 to 15 BC, and he died sometime around, 41? Is it 41 AD? I think it is. Yeah, 41 AD. Meaning he was around during the time of the Messiah. Guess what he stated? Guess what his number was? He's a historian now. His number is 75. And he's just being used to witness it. Now watch this. Philo, a lot of people gonna get mad about what I'm about to say. You know, I do calendars. We got a lot of stuff. We got we are over 600 now since I came on, right, Bear? What videos? Was we there yet?
Yes.
So
yes.
Philo now, he gives a testimony of the Sabbath, that the Sabbath is evening to evening. Just like it agrees with the Bible. And we don't take no one verse out of context. And this is what I was telling one of the elders that will have a discussion with you going live. He believes that 2 or 3 witnesses to establish the matter, and that word matter, and it's just gonna go over his head. So, but I can talk to y'all because y'all are Hebrews and y'all understand that word matter. It means literally, it's the same word as when they translate word. It's the bar. So it says every word is proved by 2 or 3 witnesses. He's reading it in English, and I'm talking about Pastor Troy Boyd. He reads it in English and thinks that it only refers to criminal things. So I asked him this. He hasn't responded yet. I sent him a text. When Moses and Joshua, can you turn to Moses, Exodus 24? A lot of people didn't know this, and I'm kind of glad I got over here with K. Judah so I can point this out as well. This is a sad note. Look, y'all got some gravy on y'all rice with this one. This wasn't scheduled. You know how people like gravy too, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Verse 12. No, verse 13. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. This is Exodus 24 and verse 13. And Moses rose up, and his minister Joshua, and Moses went up into the mount of Elohim.
And so
that's
it. Watch this, bro. Look at this. Now watch this, K. Judah. Watch how this resonate with somebody like yourself. Watch this. I bet a lot of people didn't know Joshua was with Moses when he was receiving the Torah. Why would the Creator write a law or have a teaching premised around 2 or 3 witnesses and then don't utilize his own instructions when he's given the most profound teachings in the history of the human race? That don't make sense. See how you think like a Hebrew? The Torah is all in us and around us, even under grace.
Bring it out.
Joshua was with him the whole time. You notice they didn't separate until all the noise about the calves when Aaron and them was cutting up. They've been together for the whole flick. 2 witnesses. So for everybody that's thinking that that's just for criminal, and then it's Acts 15 when they sent the 4 prohibitions. Excuse me. When they sent the 4 prohibitions to the Gentiles out, they sent Paul and Barnabas, and then they sent some more men to come behind and witness behind them. Witnesses.
For witnesses, absolutely.
Witnesses establish truth in our culture. We don't care nothing about African American, United States culture. That's not our culture. It's not our culture, regardless of what people want to say. We over here today. I understand that, but I read this in Josephus a long time ago, probably about 17, 18 years ago. Josephus said this: whenever we in a land of captivity or a foreign land, and their laws and their teachings and their understanding don't line up with the Torah's principles, what do y'all think Josephus said we agree with? The Torah. So 2 or 3 witnesses to prove a matter. We just did that with these 2 little slight things that they did. And so if a person wants to argue against what they was just shown, have at it. But just show us something that y'all got that's older and more consistent with what makes common sense. Is if the children of Israel, the word was revealed to them, it would have been revealed to them in Hebrew. It wouldn't have been revealed in English or Greek or Latin, or definitely not Arabic. Y'all hear this?
Yes, sir.
You ready for questions, K. Judah?
Powerful. Elder Yashia and Elder Barawak. And I want to say this, Even when Yahshua met Paul, he spoke to him in the Hebrew tongue, even though it's written in English. So how about that?
Come on.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, take them to Acts 26:14. Let's let them read that so they can meditate on that.
Absolutely.
Meditate on that. Come telling us about some Greek stuff. We don't care nothing
This
about
was
Greek
powerful, man. Powerful,
It's
Yashaya and
slavery.
Elder Bear. Powerful. Powerful. What verse you want me to start at, Elder?
Verse 14.
This is Acts 26 and verse 14. And when we are falling to the earth, and when we were all falling to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. Hebrew tongue, family.
Wait a minute, hold up. I thought Paul could speak good. Hold on, go to Acts 21, verse 37. I need to find this out, K. Judah. We ain't had nothing.
I got you.
And just for everybody, I like the rec now, but this is edification for the people. This ain't we ain't on here for that, but we don't rec is, that's what it is. I ain't arguing with no Hebrews. They're my people. I love y'all.
What you said?
You need to expose all this Greek foolishness.
What you said? Go up.
Acts 21, verse 37 and 38.
Oh, okay.
Let's find out what's going on, what's really going on. That's why they stay in the chats with us. They don't want to get live and talk with us. Talk to them more Israelites, K. Judah and Bear Walk them. You're going to get exposed around here faking, come around the corner faking.
This is Acts 21 and verse 38.
37, start at 37.
I got you. Acts 21 and verse 37. And it reads, and as Paul was being led into the council, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? Who said, canst thou speak Greek?
Why he so shocked Paul can speak Greek?
Right.
And it's crazy that Paul can speak Greek. So now, all of our brothers and sisters that's in Sunday worshiping that way, the people that put us in chains, y'all agree with them. Stockholm Syndrome. Watch this. Watch what I'm about to say. If Greek was the new holy tongue and the new heavenly writings, Paul spoke Greek and Hebrew. Why didn't the Messiah reveal himself to Paul in Greek?
Bring it out, Elder.
Look at verse 38. I want to see how Paul, they give him a physical description of Paul in verse 38.
Bring it out. Verse 38. Art not thou that Egyptian?
That African. Egyptians is African. These ancient Egyptians is chocolate. What he calling Paul dark for? Wait a minute. Well, who is Benjamin Netanyahu and them? Where they come from? I don't want to cause no trouble, K. Judah. Look. Go back to Acts 26 and verse 19 now, because we need to find out. Because they be saying, oh, y'all just twisting the scriptures. Look what he say about what this vision was.
Y'all got the elder fired up. Y'all fired up.
Saying a little something here now.
That's right. What verse, Elder?
Verse 19. Watch this. This is very interesting right here.
This is Acts 26 and verse 19, and it reads, whereupon, O King Agrippa, I was not disobedient unto the heavenly vision.
They say this was a heavenly vision. In Hebrew, why didn't he select Greek if Greek was such a high language?
Good point.
If Greek was the revealed tongue of the New Testament. Ain't nobody, that's why I'm saying I've been asking these pastors, these ministers, these bishops, please, one of y'all come on and edify us. That there's any allegations anywhere in the Bible that something was revealed in Greek to a Hebrew people. And this is what I'm telling everybody. We got to study harder than everybody else because everybody's against us. We need to not be fighting each other, and we need to figure out some ways to study so we can prove that our writings is accurate and true. And what we find, we can't run from what we find. I found this. He pointed me at it and I went at it. And it's other sources I ain't even brought out to y'all yet. I'm talking about crates of stuff And so we have to understand that you got people that are looking for the veracity of the scriptures, right? So we saying this, the Hebrew scriptures is true. The ancient Hebrew scriptures, they all true. That's the truth. Translations, especially when you see them removing stuff, because we're told we're forbidden by Torah from taking away or adding to the word.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he told us don't sit under no Gentiles. Y'all supposed to be above only and not beneath. When we sit under foreign teachings like the Greek teaching that everybody that's popular in America and the rest of the world, we're being disobedient. So y'all keep talking about the curses of the law. Y'all conduct is help keeping our people under the curses of the law. How about that? We ready for questions, Judah, unless Barry Watt got something you want to share.
Yeah, just wanted to say thank you, K. Judah, for allowing us on.
Thank y'all,
Anybody in the audience that I'm hoping that again, let me just share the books again, just in case anybody that doesn't have them, they can go back and fact check us with these books, manuscripts. They are books today, but the actual original manuscripts, and just want to share them with the audience. Can y'all see it? Oh wait, let me.
I just bought all 3 of mine, family.
Can you see them on the screen?
Yashiya, I got all 3 of mine.
That's
Can
right.
you see them on the screen?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see it, Elder Barry Watt.
So this is the Dead Sea Scrolls Study Edition, y'all. It's got the name of the author right here. You can order them on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
That's volume 2. This is volume 1. This is the English translation of Septuagint. Y'all should know about that manuscript. This is the main important one that everybody should have, because it's the Dead Sea Scrolls Bible. This is the book that Yashia read the correct verse out that they took out of Deuteronomy 32. A lot of our Torah only brothers don't know about this, so the response is going to have to be the Dead Sea Scrolls is false. And if they say that, then they got to throw away all that Gentile influence for the Masoretic text, because this is more ancient. This is more ancient, and they come out the caves. And that verse that Yashia mentioned when it said Damascus, this is where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, in that region, in that area. So please get these books and cross-examine what we just been shown today. There's other verses, but this right here, to me, when I first saw it, was a bombshell, because for them to teach that the Messiah never existed, and for them to take out that the angels will worship, my translation of how I see that in Hebrews 1:6 is the angels worship him. And that's what it's basically saying in Deuteronomy. And Daniel gives a testimony as well to that. I think it's Daniel 10. I think it was Yashio. I believe it was. Yeah, huh?
About what?
About the translation 32:43.
I talk about in the last days. The same phrase in Hebrew, yeah.
Same phrase in Hebrew, right? So again, fact check this information, y'all. Family, we ain't trying to act like we know everything. We all students first as well to this stuff. There's a lot more that we have to share, but we want to just make it clear to our own Old Testament brothers and sisters that there's stuff in the Bible that is hitting in the Old Testament in the Torah, and it's not being shown. And I believe a lot of them don't know. I showed this to a lot of my brothers that's Torah only, and they reject it, because sometimes when you're showing the truth and you've been indoctrinated so long, you don't want to change and admit that you just learned something new that can change your life.
Facts.
For example, look at Zion Lex, y'all. Very knowledgeable brother. I've learned from him. I don't know him personally, but I've learned things from him. But look how he woke up to now believing in the Messiah. And this is the type of stuff, when you well study, it's okay. We done came back and admitted live that we taught something wrong, and we gotta revisit it. That's what I love about my brother. You know, if you're not able to grow and say, look, hey, I made a mistake. You know, this is like the Torah only. They holding on just like Christianity, holding on to Hellenism, because by them taking that verse out, and by the letter that Justin Martyr wrote about the Acts, he confronted them about, why'd y'all change this in the Masoretic text? Why? You know, for the 70 to 75 souls. So we gotta
make that letter available to the audience, right?
Yeah, I showing up. I'm gonna send it to K. Judah.
Great.
So again, I just wanted everybody to meditate on, fact check us. Please fact check us. If we got any questions, Yashia can answer them. Come on, click on the link and come on and ask. If anybody respectfully disagree, but we gave you the sources. It's up to you guys if you want to go back and research it. But I would challenge some of our brothers and sisters in the Torah to show it to them and ask them what they think. Say, what you think about them removing the Messiah out of this verse right here? What do you think? See what their response is going to be. See if they say, well, let me look into it. If it's ones that's going to reject Proverbs 18:13, like I showed when we first came on, then they don't even need to be in the truth. They really don't. If they're going to reject something without listening to the matter and researching it. Those people right there is more carnal to me. That's just my opinion. And again, thank you all for listening, letting us come on and share. We have a small channel as well, Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. Definitely subscribe to our channel, because K. Judah, we're going to definitely invite him over there to teach. Definitely. Most definitely. And I got a lot of respect for the brother, man.
Yeah, I'll scripture read for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah.
I pinned my brother's channel at the top of the at the top of the comment section, family, in the chat that y'all in. Just look at the top. Make sure you subscribe to my brothers. And the sister said this teaching is fire. You haven't heard anything yet, my sister. You have to go to their channel. I'm telling you, our people are behind the 8 ball. I'm telling you. If you want teaching, true understanding, knowledge, go subscribe to my brothers. I got it pinned at the top, but I will fall back. This is their class, and I will let Elder Barawak ask y'all, do y'all have any questions? But I'm telling y'all, go subscribe to my brother's channel. I love the way Yashia teach. I love how they feed the nation, and they don't get caught up in any slander or any fighting and fussing. These are teachers. They don't come online for none of that. They come to teach and edify. And I didn't learn so much from these elders. I never heard in my life the breakdown of the creation story with all the dates and time stamps, and when this person died, when this person was alive, when this happened and that happened. I learned that from Yashia and Elder Barawak. So go subscribe to my brother's channel. Our people, you are not learning what you really need to be learning. I'm telling you, because there's too much fighting going on and too much bickering, and y'all missing out. So that's all I want to say. You got it, Elder Barawak. If anybody,
I see the brother Knopf had a question. I don't know what the question is.
I dropped the link for him. He said he wanted to come up and ask y'all something, and I dropped the link for you, Elder Panat.
No problem.
Yeah, everybody said this was fire. I just want to say this. My sister Shannon said this was so amazing. She said, when it's the next one, all Elder Barawak and Yashia got to do is say, "K. Judah, we ready to bring forth the meat," and I'm gonna set it up for them. All they have to do is just let me know when, and I'll bring them right back on, and they're gonna handle business again, family. So, hey, they welcome to my platform anytime. So whenever y'all ready, Elder Barawak and Yashia, y'all just let me know, and we'll do the other part to even more understanding of these things. So just let me know.
All right, let me. If Barawak don't got no problem, we could do some Sunday, either between games or before they come on.
Yeah, because we're closing out. We're in a feast right now, and it ends Friday next week. Okay. So yeah, Sunday. Let me Yashia, let me check it. I think I had some errands to run Sunday morning.
All right, just
So,
let them know.
yeah.
I could do it. I could do it now for real, but we don't want to keep it because we got
No,
service.
we'll keep everybody up. Let's definitely. We could definitely do it Sunday. Let me K Judah. Let me. Oh, so no, K Judah, you work Sunday though, right?
Yeah. I work on Sundays, but anything between Thursday through Saturday,
Right.
it would be good. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, y'all just work
Yeah,
around y'all.
we'll get together so we can
Okay,
work around their schedule and make sure you
Absolutely.
off and all
Okay,
that too.
okay.
Yeah. We don't want to interfere with work.
Man, this was beautiful, man.
Yeah,
This
we definitely,
awesome.
since we keep you posted on the date, definitely
Okay.
will. Elder Kunada, you coming on? If not, we don't want to leave without asking a question. You want to type it in the chat? I don't know if not, he get with you, Quay Duda. If he might have dropped off, I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, man, please, family, it's pinned at the top. All I ask y'all to do is go subscribe, and I'm telling you, that's all I could do is tell you because I'm over there. Every week they go live. I got my pen, my Bible, my index cards, my highlighters. I'm taking notes.
Another thing we want to let everybody know, because we all don't sometimes agree with stuff. It's okay, like the way we operate in our classes. You can come on as long as it's dealing with. We don't like to deal with stuff off topic because then it gets all over the place. But if you're listening to something and you disagree with it, as long as you don't come on there cussing and just calling names and disrespectful, and you can tell us why you don't disagree and show us how you don't disagree. We respect anybody to come on and during our class and ask questions. At the end of the service is even better because some of our family members or whatever, they got to go to work in the morning, whatever, so they get up and we got a small community, so we can let them go. And me and Yashia, it doesn't matter. We love talking about the word, so we'll stay up all night. And but we answer the questions of what we're teaching. And for those who don't know, I'll just share a little bit with y'all about our testimony. All of us, the vision we had about NHIT, we were incarcerated together in federal prison. I've known Yashia for over 20 years. We all did a substantial amount of time. We have a lot of brothers in our ministry that went back out in the world. So, we holding on to the last core that we got right now in our ministry. We keep Passover together every year. So far, we had this ministry for 3 years. We keep Passover together every year in different states or whatever. And so this is a vision that we seen in prison. And we had the ability to read these scriptures page by page and learn this. Yashia taught this year a creation that he's seen, that the Most High explained to him. And we teach everything out of the Bible. We don't try to go to the outside sources unless they coincide with the Bible. So that's the vision that we had when we were incarcerated, and it came to fruition as we all got out of prison after doing a lot of time. And we had nothing but time but to study the word. In federal prison, for those who don't know, we was able to keep all our feast days there. They honor that in federal prisons and the state prisons as well. We're able to keep our feast days, to keep our Sabbath. We didn't have to work on the Sabbath in prison. So we follow these customs and traditions, and we've been in this truth over 24 years. So with that being said,
he came up. There go Elder Quinat.
Okay,
Elder Quinat, how you doing, brother?
Oh, Most High bless the family. Most High bless you, K. Judah, and everybody's listening in the chat. And I would like to say, I told you guys, brothers, before, man. Most High bless you. Great lesson. I commend you and honor you for being able to use the Most High as a stronghold through your difficult times in prison and to stay focused and stay in the word, man. That's to be commended, and to be an example of the man that you can become. Throw away the old man, become the new man. So I commend you on that. So great lesson. I want to commend you on that. But I just have one statement and a question, if it could be arranged. My dear sister Neftali had a conversation, and I looked at it with our dear brother Ron Dalton, and man, that was great. Whether we agree with her or agree with him, I would like to see that facilitated again. you know, and not saying Ron, lack of better words, ducking, or maybe he's just busy, or he may not just be interested. But to say the sister's wrong is our opinion, and to say he's wrong is our opinion. But I would like to see somebody refute it or have that conversation. So if you guys can facilitate that, you know, I'll be gratefully, it'll be graciously appreciated. And we're going to do a commentary on that also, either on her channel or our channel, on a discussion they had, because they was touching on a lot of different things that I saw and didn't see. And I think it'd be something great if you guys can help facilitate that to make that happen, you know. So what you say?
Okay, so just want to explain to you exactly what happened, because I don't know if that can happen. I'm not sure. I have to talk to Ron about that, but it kind of went let me because I don't want to
I saw the whole thing.
Well, I'm saying, did you see the whole video, the interview as well?
I watched the whole entire video.
All right,
when he was on, it started with you, when other people came on, when she came on, and in closing.
Right. Okay. So it was kind of unexpected the way it happened at the end. We were just doing an interview about, just dealing with Ron about a lot of things, and also about the Promised Land. So the Canaanite issue wasn't even really top of the subject that we was even discussing. So my brother invited Sister Nafatali to come on to ask questions. And then she wanted to talk about the Canaanite situation. So that kind of went to not a debate, but it seemed like that because how she edited the video and then made it round one. So it kind of was like off guard and a little bit off topic. It's okay. I'm not knocking that, but it wasn't planned that way. So at the end of the day, if he's interested, I did say something to him about it, because even though it went the way it went, I did ask him, was he interested in having a dialogue or a debate with her about it? And he said right now he's not, and he's got like a lot of stuff going on with this debate with the Promised Land, which with all due respect, I love him, I disagree with, and I didn't reject his information until I watched his debate, because I'm the type of person, when somebody says something, I don't just reject it. I might say, I don't know if I might disagree with, but I need to listen first. And that's what happened, and I disagree with that. So as far as that's concerned, I will reach out to him again and ask him what he wants to. I had sent a brother, I don't know if you're familiar with Ivory from the Yak Gang. I don't know if you know who he is. I had told her that because I want to hear her presentation too. I have books that source that the Canaanites were black from different scholars, but that's something that I'm not well versed in. So, but I have a brother that is close, that did my DNA on my channel, my breakdown of my DNA. I don't know if you're familiar. I had talked to Nefertari and asked her, he's willing to debate her on that, the Canaanite thing. And he has a big platform. I don't know if you heard of the Yak Gang, Genesis 49ers, and Orthodox Moore, all of them, James Cassell, all of them are Yak Gang. And
he did your DNA?
Yeah, no, he didn't do my DNA. He did a breakdown of my DNA. I sent my DNA. I got a video from 23andMe, and he did the breakdown of my DNA, EB1BA, 1A. And he just did a breakdown of the region my family come from and all that stuff. They're real good at DNA. So yeah, he was willing to debate it, but she didn't. She never responded back whether she wanted to or not. He has a big platform as well. Again,
I respect it. Charleston White has a big platform too.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean nothing. No, that doesn't mean nothing.
Let me respond to what you said about our dear brother Ron, because I respect him, and I was going to buy the book myself, but there was a few things that I disagreed on, and I had a conversation with him a while back. He probably don't remember. It was, like 3-4 years ago, and he promised me then also he's going to come on. And as far as caught off guard and didn't expect this. Well, we didn't expect to be called Muslims, Christians, all these different things, you know, but we took on the challenge to dispute what people thought of us and came into the light of knowledge and some truth, not all truth, but some truth. So I would hope that he would take it on, not a debate, but a discussion like they had before, because I would like to see it. And I don't know anyone, I've not ran into anyone. And if you can name anybody that speaks like her, that male or female, that that's brought out things and that a lot of people never heard before. You know, people never heard that we were the Jews or so-called Jews. Because I actually heard Ron, he called the people over in Israelite Jews, but called us African Americans. So that's a question I would like to ask all of us. Are we the real, even yourself, are we the real Jews? Are we a mixture and grafted in type of thing, you know? But I would, we would do a commentary on the video, the video, and you're welcome to come on, and hopefully he will come on and they can set up something. I know time is money. You know, a lot of people out there want to make that money, and I agree.
Well, let me tell you this, Brother Kunal. All I can do is relay the message. That's it. Whether he wants to or not. I mean, I know him, but it's not like I grew up with him. It's like my brother Yashia. So, I mean, I've got a lot of respect for him. I had the book. If you look at the interview, my brother asked a question about Ron because we didn't agree with something in the book. And he pretty much admitted that it was wrong, pretty much, the way he answered it. So, I mean, we all may have stuff that we might have presented. And because that was years ago, that book, I helped him get that book into the federal prison system when I came home. So that's how I met Brother Ron, and I met his cousin through that process. But again, that you know, when you say you haven't heard anything, great deal of respect for Sister Nafatali. I don't know where the difference went wrong with okay.
I just think they just had a disagreement. I don't know about a difference. You know, we all men here and women here, so we of the same.
Right.
And the stuff that we've been going through in America and outside America, a conversation to me is not enough to say, well, I'm offended by it, you know. But in closing, because I don't want to take over the show, and I appreciate it, K.
No, you're good. You're good because this needs to come out, bro. You know,
and I will contact Naftali, and if KG,
well,
you
she's
can
in
get
the
brother.
chat now. She's in the chat now.
She just texted me and said that she wanted to set it up where he can come on our channel and they can do it.
Right. So again, the only thing I can do is relay the message. And
well, what we can do, I got to go. In closing, what we'll do, I will ask her tonight. We will go on her channel tonight and commentary the video, you know, because a lot of people always want to hear her breakdown. She's done a lot of breakdowns, so you know they can always go to her channel and see it. You know, because I asked her to do another 3-4 hour breakdown. She had done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on many different topics, Canaanites, Amorites, you name it. She'd have done that. So if they can, I'm pretty sure he may have already, you know. But
okay,
if he haven't, but tonight, hopefully tonight, maybe around 9, if not tonight, this weekend or next week. But tonight on her New School of Thought, FOPE, we'll do a commentary on that. And also the other guy you mentioned, if K. Judah can give you my number, or and mention it again, and have that guy reach out, and maybe they can have something to have a discussion out of debate on that very topic. But yeah, so tonight,
okay,
we'll
so hold on.
I'm sorry.
So let me just make this clear. I've already. So I don't know. Okay, so does she want to? Because I see a thing on does she want to debate or she just want to talk about it? Because again,
well, Ron at this point.
I'm talking about Ron. I'm not talking about Ron. She just put in the chat right there on the screen that that was the conversation me and her had about Ivory. So I'm trying to see, can she type and say, is she speaking about Ivory that she wants to just have the discussion with on the channel, or does she want me to set up the debate? Because he was willing to debate her about it. So
about who the Canaanites are today?
Right. Well, anything about the Canaanites. Again.
Well, she could put it in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, if you want me, because I could go back and reach out to him. And now another thing, he already gave me the dates he was free because he's in school too. So I got to work around his schedule and make sure Naftali's schedule is correct. But I need to know if she wants to do this as a debate or she just wants him on to talk about it.
What's this channel again?
Hebrew Israel.
Hebrew Israel.
Hebrew Israel.
Hebrew Israel.
Yeah.
That's the name of the channel. Okay.
That's the name of his channel.
I guess she can text K.
He's
Judah,
got dialogues.
and relay it.
He's got stuff on there breaking down the Canaanites as well and all that. Yeah.
Well, thanks, K. Judah, for letting me on. Thanks, brothers, for
yes, sir.
Anytime.
The last thing I said, I was like Israel. Are we? This is a question to you. Are we grafted in? Are we the original Jews? Or are we offspring of the original Jews?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't consider myself as a Jew. To me, that's
Israelite.
a made-up word. I consider myself a descendant of the Hebrew Israelites. I come from the stock of Igbo, and I don't subscribe to a tribe. When I'm trying to right now get my DNA matched with some of the people over in Africa, we got an anthropologist coming on November 17th. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's a scholar and anthropologist. His name is Rabbi Demoda. He has a lot of books, a lot of stuff dealing with over there in the land. So, I am a descendant of Hebrew Israelites, but do not know what tribe I'm from. But I don't consider myself a Jew because a Jew was added because we know to the text, and it's not. It just means
I agree with you, brother, 1,000%. You know, even though I go by sometimes Yehuda, or whatever.
Yeah, I see the terms.
Those are things we just turned, but I agree.
Right.
I don't know what tribe I'm from. So I say I'm a descendant from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I consider myself an Israelite. So I agree with you. I'm just trying to figure out, because some people, they will come into the fold and you find out they don't really believe that we the real so-called Israelites or Jews or whatever you want to call it, But also this anthropologist that you have coming on, if K. Judah give you my number, I'd like to speak to you because I'd like to speak to him too, because this is something I would like to dive into and always like to dive into. And Sister Naftali, she deals with this new school of thought and dealing with anthropology and science and all that. And I would like to see somebody challenge her on this to help bring out even more that she could probably learn on, and we all can learn, and maybe she could teach us something too, because I definitely listen to my dear brother K. Judah on this script, man, because he goes in heavy on that, and I learned a lot from him in this program. So, hey, brother, thanks for letting me come on. Thanks for taking my call, K. Judah, man. Most High bless you and the beloved CUC family. Honey Badgers for life, FOPE, New School of Thought, man. Love you two brothers too, man. So, K. Judah, get that brother my number, brother. You don't mind? He can give you. You can give me yours, and we can definitely set up something and make it happen, man. To get down to, like my grandmother say, the nitty gritty. So Most High bless you, man. And y'all stay strong.
All right, brother. Love you, man.
Salute, Elder Quinat. Salute. Hey, do anybody got any questions for Elder Barawak and Yashia, Elder Yashia? Do anybody have any questions? We don't want to keep my brothers too long. Like I say, whenever they ready to come back, we're gonna get the schedule together. Cause I know this tastes good, family. It was real good and quite delicious. I'm talking about, boy, real good. It tastes real good, man. Yeah, you got the flow, Elder Barawak and Yashia, Elder Yashia.
All praises. Nobody else got anything. Definitely. Thank you again, my brother.
Just tell them.
Thank y'all.
Just invest in those timeline teachers, man. You got where to send them to, man. Tell them to start taking a look at those timeline teachers. They're gonna help everybody, our people, get a vast understanding of a lot of different things we've been lied to about. And all they need is a calculator and an ink pen and a piece of paper. And they'll grow. We ready. You and Barry White set it up. Like I said, I'm ready.
All right. Hey, thanks again, K. Judah. Shalom to the audience.
Anytime.
Peace and blessings. Yeah.
I want to say one more thing before Elder Yashia, Elder Yashia, and Elder Barawak leave. Family, when I did the timeline lesson this morning, I didn't want Elder Yashia to give me the answer. So what I would do is when he asked the question, family, not to hop on the back of my brother and just write the answer down instead of just using my brain. I will pause the video. Once he asked the question, I would calculate it myself, push play to see if I was right. But I had to hit my brother up this morning because I got stuck. I got stuck on Ishmael. But when I hit up Elder Yashia, it clicked. I said, oh, I got to put the 3 timestamps together. And that's how I got what year we was in of creation according to the 3 timestamps. So the point that I'm making, y'all, is that when you do these timelines, don't just let Elder Yashia give you the answer. Push your brain to get the answer, then hit play to see if the answer is correct. That way you really studying instead of just writing the answer down, like what we would call, like kind of like the cheat way, instead of push your brain to just calculate it and think. So, I just wanted to say that, family, when you go over there, there's some heavy teachings over there that you're going to have to use reading comprehension. I'm just keeping it real. You got to really listen. You got to focus to get the understanding of what's being brought out at the NHIT. So I just wanted to say that, family.
All praise.
If my brothers don't got nothing else, family, we're going to end it like this.
All right.
Shalom, we see you tonight.
Yeah, Elder, you will see me tonight.
Right.
Absolutely. Big salute.
And it happened. Alexander the Greek took the earth like a captain. Killed the king of Persia, caught him slipping like he napping. The whole earth quiet before this man, he had power. Winning all them wars, lift his heart up like a tower. Then he got sick, called his men, split the kingdom. Crowns upon their head, but they multiplied evil. Wicked Israelites made a covenant with heathens. They doing the same thing right now, I can't believe them. Gentiles had them scared, Antiochus took Egypt. Next stop Jerusalem, he about to test the people. They took the showbread, golden altar, and menorah. All of this keep happening cause we keep breaking Torah. Antiochus went back to his lane with to celebrate. 2 years later he put fire to them heaven gates. Burned Jerusalem down, took out women and he made them slaves. Letter from the king, everybody one people. So if you follow laws that ain't the king's, you better leave them. But if we leave our laws, then our God gonna leave us. Many Israelites went to Father when they heeded, sacrificing swine on the altar, stopping us from doing the burnt and the drink offering, profaning the Sabbath, knowing that it's gonna cost us. If we don't do these laws, it's gonna cost us. But the spirit of Maccabees, if you wanna keep the laws and commandments, follow me. It's the spirit of Maccabees. If you wanna keep the laws and commandments, follow me. Gang, hey, ain't no time for compromise. Need to show thyself a man. The heathens doing the same tricks, they about to do it all again. We going to war on Shabbat, tell the heathens we ain't playing. If you serious about them laws, out together we can stand. Don't be scared of the multitude, he go intervene. It ain't about the numbers, about power from Shemaim. Allah, Allah, Bahadam, Allah with the Malakim. Power in the blood, power with the mighty king. Back to the story, they want war after war. Got the land back, but the land was so torn. Ash upon their heads and they even ripped their gum. Got the land back, but the land was so torn. So they dedicated the sanctuary, built new altars. It might not be perfect, but we still keeping our culture. Go get that menorah, put them lights up in that temple. About to give them praise for everything we done been through. The feast of dedication.
I want to say again, family, a big Houston-sized salute to Elder Barawak and Elder Yashia. I want to thank my brothers for coming on and giving a powerful class. And we will set up part 2, family, so Elder Yashia can really, really go deep into the teachers and understanding of our manuscripts. So in the words of my beloved Sister August Dreams, Thank y'all for coming to the Lions Den with the CUC family, the FOPE family, and the ADUIC family, and my brothers at the NHIT. Let's get it. And your brother K. Judah want to say shalom.